Hey guys, Nina here, welcoming you to another reading from the Ladies of Horror Picture Prompt Monthly Challenge, hosted by Elaine Pascale on her channel, The Godmother of Horror. If you'd like to read along or read previously published pieces, please visit spreadingthewritersword.com or ladiesofhorror.com. In the meanwhile, enjoy the reading.
The Heart Enigma by Lee Mitchell. All had been quiet, offering no indication as to when the anonymous guest had left the four-piece, heart-shaped jigsaw puzzle behind. It sat along the side of the timber pile where Cindy could spot it as soon as she exited the cottage. The wooden gift had obviously been placed with care, but with no note nor any other evidence that anyone had been on the property. The puzzle, carved out of cedar and pine, was about the size of Cindy's palm. Each flat block had been perfectly cut, with a circular indentation on one side and a matching protrusion on the other. The shapes came together to form an interlocking pattern, alternating in light and dark wood, each piece unique while both emulating and opposing its neighbors. The young woman lifted the puzzle from its spot, keeping the pieces together to admire the work. Mark was a master woodworker, so it only made sense that this was his doing, and the message seemed clear. My heart is broken. Cindy ran her fingers along the sanded edges with an ache in her own heart. She grieved too, but their breakup had been for the best. Mark would eventually come to see that. He too would come to understand that sometimes two people could love one another more than life itself, but that still didn't mean that they were compatible. The couple had been a beautiful mistake, too intense to give up without a fight, but too flawed to last forever. Cindy slid one of the jigsaw pieces out of place to take a closer look. As she did so, an electric sensation radiated from her chest, seizing her body and thrusting the air from her lungs. She tried to take another breath, but it was as though something had knocked the wind out of her. Limbs taut, body convulsing, Cindy dropped the puzzle and crumpled to the ground. The world transformed, or so it would seem, as the confused young woman watched everything around her expand to 50 times their original size. Her body remained frozen in spasm, or so she assumed, until a giant version of Mark thundered up to her, kneeled down to pick her up, and then carefully slid her into the open puzzle spot. "Forever, my love," said the giant. And then he dropped Cindy and the rest of the heart-shaped puzzle into his shirt pocket and gave it a gentle pat.